So I'm here with Jan from Ginko Synthese at Superbooth. We're going to take a look at the sample slicer. Jan, you want to talk us through it?
Yes, the sample slicer is a real-time sampler. So it's not a sample player, but it directly records, and after that you can play with it. So I will make a little loop in it, and then let's talk around it. First I'll show you, and then maybe we have a little talk.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah. So I use just the Kaossilator as an input, so I can put a random sound and just this one, and then I can play record. The wrong one. So now it's in here, so I can make a new one. And then it's directly looped. And you can pitch it.
So this is live recording of 16 steps of a loop?
Yes, and you can choose the sample length by an internal clock divider. So it speeds up the clock, so the faster the clock, the shorter the loop will be. But you can also use that clock divider afterwards to make more glitchy sounds. And you can also go into granular synthesis. I will show you a little. So now it's faster. And it's all synced to a clock. So I will now make a fake clock signal by tapping the input. So you can do really fast, and then into audio range you can clocking into audio range, and then pitch it.
So what's the sample rate? What's the quality of the sampling like?
That's 12 bits and 22 kilohertz. So,
classic samplers.
Yeah, classic samplers quality, exactly. So I put in back a normal clock. Let's see, which one was it? I think this one. Yeah. So I have a Fisher-Price record player with Miles Davis on it, and it's a really nice way to get some sounds into the sample slicer. So I will put the output into the preamp of the Doppler preamp, and I have to check the limit of the volume a little bit. That's okay. So I don't know what's playing because I don't hear it now, but that's the fun of it. So you hear now, and then it will go in there. So now you have a direct instant loop. And you can do kind of freestyle jazz improvisation. And also I will make a drum loop with it, together with it, so I leave it on forced, like this. I will put in a little drum sound to show the loop. I have a Tenorion for the triggering, so I trigger a MIDI to trigger module, and it will trigger a little drum module of the grains. So you hear it in the syncs and tempo. So if So you can do funky polyrhythmic stuff by putting this, for example, now on 7. You get a drum shift, but I put it on 8 now. So now you see here, you see the bar length, and the one which lit up is playing. So I see it's now counted by 3, so that's why you have now a sync in 3. So you can do a multi-rhythmic stuff.
does the pitch track CV input of what per octave? Or?
There are 4 pitch modes. I will put this a little bit up because otherwise, if you can play it also, you can everything is CV inputs. So, for example, the play length is CV inputs, the start point is CV input. There's a gate where if you make more danceable kind of music, you can trigger a one-shot or a loop mode as an MPC kind of way. But there are 4 pitch modes, and one of them is 1 volt per octave. Now it's half an octave down, half an octave up, spread over 5 voltage. So that's not 1 volt per octave, but that's the mode in which you can detune it to other stuff on the best way. But there's another mode you can go to 0, then fully open is normal pitch, then you go down to 0. So that's really crunchy and
really grainy, stretched out samples.
Yeah, and also really nice. For example, I have here the Mikorphonie that has a little scratch button, and you can do kind of like DJing with scratches, and that's really nice. I will show you.
So again, it's a live manipulation of that input and playing back those 16 segments, how big the loop is, how fast those loops are moving.
I really designed it as a live instrument. It has. I think it's a little bit another philosophy than the normal way of making music with a modular synthesizer, because a modular synthesizer normally is you have a goal like make a very impressive, difficult pitch, and then you have some sounds. But this one is far more like playing real. So it's like scratching, actually, almost. So I really see it as an instrument.
But for those that want to actually use a clockable source clocked alongside the module for like typical jungle amen break splicing, that's the sort of thing I've been doing with the module as well. Really sort of musically timed events, as well as the sort of chaotic live manipulation as well.
Yes, that's actually it. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, thanks a lot.